Now guys, this is literally a video I felt I had to make. Leroy Sane is literally one of my favourite wingers in the world, and the fact that it looks like he won't be playing for Manchester City next season is really disappointing from my perspective. The fact that he's probably going to be moving to another league, even worse. It means I might have to invest in BT Sport or something like that, I don't know. But anyway guys, we're just going to go through kind of the perspective of the player, the manager and the football club in terms of what's actually happened with Leroy Sane. Make sure you leave your comments and your opinions as well, because obviously I'm going to share my opinion on this one. And yeah, let's just get into it. So some people might not be familiar with Leroy Sane. He's a German international footballer that plays for the football club Manchester City. He is a winger and he's known for his ability to breeze past players and also his ability to dominate in 1v1 situations against especially fullbacks. He's actually really well known for his body feint and his ability to get defenders off balance before he breezes past them. Coupled with his height and his pace, it's obviously a very, very deadly combination. In terms of relationship with Pep Guardiola, in the 2017-18 season, he was instrumental in the Manchester City side that won literally all before them and helped Man City dominate the Premier League. In the season following, he found himself started a lot from the bench. I mean, he still made 31 appearances throughout the season. By Sane's standards, not being able to start every game would have been very disappointing for a player at that level. Sane, ability-wise, would literally start in the first 11 of most teams in the world. So it's interesting to see why Pep didn't maybe trust him and went for other options instead. Now you also have to look at the situation with Joachim Low in the German national team. He was not chosen to feature in the 2018 World Cup. So it makes you wonder, obviously it's not really an ability thing, so maybe it might be an attitude thing. From what I see of Leroy Sane, he seems like an extremely confident person and quite individualistic in the way that he plays, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going against, you know, saying that's the wrong thing. Like there's players like Cristiano Ronaldo is quite an individual player as well. You know, he focuses a lot on his own performance and himself, but he seems extremely confident, and I guess that can come across to certain people as arrogant. When you look at Pep Guardiola's philosophy in the game, it's clear to see it's a very group mentality, and everyone kind of works for each other, everyone does their best for the team. Players that are more based on individual mentalities, and I'm not saying anything wrong with it, don't seem to work well with Pep, or they don't seem to last very long. I mean, there's a couple of examples of players like Eto'o or Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for example. I'm not comparing the ego of Zlatan Ibrahimovic to Leroy Sane, and as I said, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being an individualistic player, but like anything, there's some people that like that and there's some people that don't. There's some managers that like it and some managers that don't. From the reports, it seemed that Manchester City offered 2 or 3 times to renew Sane's contract and he rejected it. And I do respect how honest Pep Guardiola was with the situation, because a lot of managers seem to, you know, cover it up or protect the club and the player and the team, but he was just very honest about the situation. There was no filter and there was no garbage, to be honest. Just an honest update on how the situation was going. In my opinion, Leroy Sane is not the player that can be going in and out of a team. He is the kind of player that needs to literally play every game for your team. He needs to feel like the main man, similar to a player like Zlatan Ibrahimovic or even Cristiano Ronaldo. So it seems pretty certain that Sane will be going back to Germany and Bayern Munich will be his destination. Bayern Munich has been long admirers of Leroy Sane, even from his days at Schalke. Bayern must be laughing right now. They can literally get one of the best attacking players in the world for the next 6 years for the price that Chelsea pays for Danny Drinkwater, due to the fact that he's on the last year of his contract. Man City will be annoyed and probably frustrated that they're letting such a talented player go, but at the same time they want everyone singing from the same sheet. And from the manager's perspective, they do have other players that can play in the position of Sane, like Mahrez, Sterling and Bernardo Silva. And if this deal is sorted early, they do have enough time and the financial power to find a suitable replacement. What are your thoughts on the Sane situation? Make sure you leave them in the comments below. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, make sure you like and subscribe. Have a great day, guys.